everyone, welcome back. It's Full Self-Driven. It is January 15th, 2025. We're just testing, we're going to test our route home. We got through majority of the traffic to not bore y'all, but we've got a blind turn up here that it's had trouble with in the past. So we are going to jump right into it and just see how it does. So it's got a sign ahead that says vehicle approaching from right. And it should light up and flash whenever there's a car coming from the right. We have visibility on the left. And it's clear, and it can go, and it's hesitating, and now I'm having to push the accelerator. So yeah, it started to get us out there, and then it just... And just to show y'all what version we're on 2024.44.25.2, which is FSD version 12.5.4.2. But yeah, it definitely did not do the right thing there. It pulled out like it was confident, and it just did not go through and continue with its turn, which could have been very dangerous if I had not pushed the accelerator to get it to move through. I'm hoping with, well, we won't get version 13, but with 12.6 upcoming version, which I'm not sure is released yet to Hardware 3 vehicles, but whenever we get that version, I'm hoping it's much more confident in its decision making. Going to just change up, stop by the grocery and grab something I'm out of. I'm trying to give you guys real world what I do, not really using the steering wheel much, just paying attention to the road and staying vigilant if I need to take over. Other than that, we'll kind of just see how the system does on this route, see if we have to take over or do anything. We haven't had any forced disengagements yet or anything, but we did have to intervene and give it some gas and accelerate into that turn earlier where it was going to get it stuck. So we'll have an upcoming video on the installation and, everything to do with this screen right here. If you do like it, we'll have a discount code linked for our channel. That'll help us out, bring more videos to you guys. And also, if you're interested in the screen, you'll be able to get it at a discounted rate. Anywhere from, 20 to 30% off or so, depending on what sale's going on using our code. But yeah, I love having Waze and having that access for, for just having police, you know, on route, or having, you know, I don't know, just a second GPS, I guess. I'm always about seeing if there's another faster route or going around some unnecessary wreck or traffic that unexpected. They have a lot of solar panels and little houses, solar panels there. We do a lot of testing of full self-driving. We're starting to make videos, you know, not necessarily always about full self-driving, and, you know, always Tesla related though. So if you enjoy these types of videos, you know, you can subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this video or any of our content, and you know, it really helps. It's free for you to click that button, and it really does help us out in the long run. So this road has had issues in the past staying in its lane. It's really curvy and narrow down here. Not necessarily narrow, I guess I should say, but it gets definitely pretty curvy. I'll throw up my cameras so you guys can view how well it does taking the turns and stuff. And I will hover my foot over the accelerator just in case I get some sort of phantom braking or something, since I have cars behind me. Had issues on this turn before where it would come in way too fast and then slam on brakes really harsh. Did that very smoothly. So far it's handling these curves nicely. I'm not sure what it's going to do in this instance. It's a blind corner. It took it and went for it. Did not have to push my accelerator to go through. It hugged the mailman very well though. But yeah, it's doing great through these turns for me. Especially considering what I've seen it do in the past, and it's really handling them smoothly, staying in the lane, not having really any issues, and staying even above the speed limit. Just how I like it. I see a lot of people gripe and have problems with this build, but I do think it's a good build. You know, the version 13 update is great, and I think it does better. This turn right here gets questionable. You can see how it got on the lines there. And it's a blind curve. I can see just when we get over that crest and it starts to get in the lane. But if someone's not paying attention, it could be very dangerous right there. So we're going to make a right turn here. We do have a dedicated lane to keep moving and not yield. Sometimes the car will try to yield, and it's trying it now. Looks like it might. I'm going to keep moving because it's not going to. So I'm having to push the accelerator to move through the turn. But yeah, other than that, it did really well. I don't have much to gripe about on this build. I think it's a great thing, and hopefully the next one will be even better. So we do have to make a left turn at this light here. Slow down because there's a car making a right-hand turn, and then we should be good until we get up here to this stop sign that backs up. This road also gets very curvy. It gets down by the Chattahoochee River, and the roads are very curvy and windy down here, so test that out. So yeah, we've probably got about a half a mile back up or so. So far it's done the entire drive for us. We've had no problems. If y'all have hardware 3 or have 12.6, 12.6.1, if anyone has those updates, let us know down below what you guys think about that update. I haven't seen online any Model 3 users with the update yet, so I'm skeptical whether it's even going out to us. But it looks like everything else in Tesla's lineup is getting the update. So hopefully we're not too far behind. That being said, we are way past the timeline that was mentioned previously of receiving this sometime at the end of last year. But it's fine, we'll wait. I think my camera placement is making it tricky for the eye tracking to see my eyes, because I normally don't have the attention monitoring go in and out, like activate and say it's unavailable. I'll put down below timestamps where you can skip through this traffic. Should be really the only traffic we have on our drive, but I'll make note of it down below so you can skip ahead in the video and not be bored by this. So I'm sure my car will actually wait here and let this guy come out. Maybe not though. I've seen it work before. We have a lot of cars coming towards us though, so. There's a Cybertruck coming right our way. Wonder if they're also in full self-driving. What do you guys think about full self-driving? Do you pay for it outright? Did you buy it with the car, after the car? Do you just pay the monthly subscription? Do you have enough free credits from referrals and whatnot to get it for free? Let us know down below. I'm curious. We've gotten quite a few referrals from friends and family, and also supporters like y'all on the channel. So we do appreciate that. It helps a ton. And yeah, so we've had a lot of free months of full self-driving, but in the months that I've had to pay $199 or $99, since they brought the cost down, I see it as a no-brainer. I sit in a lot of this stop-and-go traffic daily, so to really have something that can get me to and from a destination doing 90 to 99% of the driving, and give me less of a headache, not have to worry about I had quite a bit of road rage, or do even so when I'm driving by myself and not letting the car do the tasks for me. So that's a personal thing. But that being said, it's nice to know, I can pay $99 a month and have, a subpar teenager level of driving. But honestly, it really is incredible how far they've come, and happy to see, or excited to see what the future holds. So $99 a month to have a personal chauffeur that I don't have to listen to and don't have to pay, at least not an adequate price for how much driving I do. I think that is very reasonable. And I think it really all comes down to how much driving you have, how much traffic you have. Your patient levels, frustration levels, all of that. Okay, so it'll be our turn now. And it likes to hesitate through this. It's a stop sign, but if you look above us, or if you looked above right then, there's a flashing red or flashing amber light, and wants to let you know that it's a three-way stop. But the issue with that is the car sees that, it gets confused and doesn't know if it should stay stopped or if it should go through it or what it should do. I have really no issues on other stop signs or other 3-4-way stops around town. It's the ones that have the lights above them, flashing lights, that really trip out the system and have it initiate to start going and then slam on its brakes. Like, even if someone's not coming, it'll do it. And even if there aren't people at either one of the stop signs, it'll still do it. And if there's somebody behind me, so I push the accelerator to go through the intersection, because I don't want to be rear-ended. I don't want to hold people up. I don't want to tick the people off behind us that have been sitting there for 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, it did that turn very nicely. I mean, it's had to slow down, but it's a very safe and doable speed. And again here, it does great. You've got a few more tight turns. Right there, it gets close, but it's still on its line. Not even on its line, it's within its line. And really, for what the system is, I mean, it does great. I know I give it a lot of hate. I know that I've been very critical in the past, and you should be when it's dangerous. It's a supervised system. We're supervising it. We're here if we need to be, but there's some things it does that are definitely questionable that it doesn't need to do necessarily, and it, like that phantom brake right there, it's not necessary. And then there's one right there where it starts freaking out. I don't know if the sign that was knocked over there, but it didn't want to complete its turn, and we just had to take over. To slow down for this turn, and it's not, so we're gonna take over there because I don't like how it does that turn. But yeah, that's 2 disengagements there, and 2 times we've had to push the accelerator for random phantom braking. So I do try to keep those gripes to a minimum now. But the system, should have these things down pat, especially with the amount of times I take this route, and it's done the right things previously in the past, just it does the wrong thing more often than not. I'm hoping the next update, next version will fix these few things I have, few issues here and there, and make another Cybertruck, make the system, that much closer to being, it's never going to be 100%, but that much closer to being perfected. Here it can turn left from either of these lanes, so it seems like it was kind of trying to make a decision which lane it should be in, but either one is fine, does not necessarily matter one way or the other. So we've got like a couple minutes left, 3-4 minutes. We'll be there in like a mile and a half or so. It's pretty much a straight shot once we turn on this road. And I'm curious, when it pulls in the parking lot, you'll see, obviously we'll let it do a self-park, but I'm curious, there's an entrance, you pull in at the light, and then there's an immediate right turn for people entering to get into the lot instead of pulling all the way around. And it's just a one-way for people entering. And I'm curious if our car will take that or just go the long way around and hit all the speed bumps, but I guess we'll have to see. I don't normally come in from this entrance, so we'll have to see how it does. Stay in this lane, take this right fork right here, and then it's going to make the left at this next light. Right here, it needs to slow down and make a left. It's actually going to go up here, so it doesn't even want to make the turn that I want it to make. Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything about that. It probably doesn't even want to mess with this weird entrance here, but I was really curious. We'll have to get it in the next video. I'm sure I can get it to come in that way. Maybe if I come from across the street. So here it's got a left turn, but it's got something in the way. So let's see if it's going to be able to make the turn. Oh, it did. Look at that. It doesn't say no left turn there, but it definitely is not really a no. It's definitely a no left turn. Jeez, it got very close to that pillar there. Almost too close for my comfort. I don't know if it displayed how close that was, but that was definitely something. And then we'll just start our park. Thanks again for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this content, give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel for more. And comment down below. Thanks again, and until next time.